From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Ants Meats and Grocery is much more than a grocery store. We carry a full line of quality meats, local and organic vegetables, and a large variety of fish, Green Mountain Smart Control pellet grills, and a full deli case of sandwiches and side dishes.
Happy Monday morning to you. We are on a work week for some of us. Some of us may have the week off. I know the kids have the week off for Thanksgiving week. And it looks like we have some pretty good weather in store for us. Maybe if you're going to go out and hang your Christmas lights or go out and do some early shopping, go out get supplies for Thanksgiving, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. There is one little kink, though, as we go into Wednesday, and that could be the potential for some very light showers. This is a very weak system, nothing to be concerned about if you do need to travel, but we'll take a closer look at that here in a second. And then the pattern is actually looking fairly dry and mild all the way through the rest of this month and even quite possibly into early December. So quite a dry weather pattern in store for us for the next couple of weeks most likely. Now for today, starting off fairly cool. Temperatures are going to be around freezing or below that for many of the higher elevations this morning, but warming up in the mid-50s, although in the East Mountains still that cooler air is in place, keeping those temperatures mainly in the mid-40s. But it's warming up to the upper 60s for the valley this afternoon, and some of us may even touch that 70-degree mark for today. For the coast, we are going to be looking at temperatures around 60, mid-60s inland, and there you can see for Trinity County in the low 60s, and could see some patchy fog, especially for some of those low inland valleys. I do want to address the winds because you are going to notice, especially in the foothills east of the valley, some gusty winds there. And on the north and west side of the valley, I expect some, I'll call it breezy, borderline windy conditions. So there you can see this morning, we take you into about the noon hour today, and there you can still see those winds in excess of about 15, close to 20 miles per hour. But again, you'll notice not as bad as you head out towards Chico, for example, but still probably a little breezy in Chico as well. Those winds will probably stick around at least through Monday, but I am seeing signs of these decreasing winds and then really no longer a factor as we take you on into your Tuesday. So just wanted to address that. If you do start to experience some of those gusty winds, shouldn't be that much of a concern. All right, so this is what I was talking about. We've got a weak disturbance coming in Wednesday of this week. This could bring the possibility of some light showers. Snow levels still fairly high, probably above 4,000 feet. This warmer air that's in place now moves down to the south and east, and then warmer air will eventually replace that cooler air coming on in toward the end of this week, next weekend, and then going into early next week as well. Now remember I was talking about dry conditions here through early December. Now again, I was mentioning on the day before Thanksgiving, so this upcoming Wednesday, there's that weak disturbance. Now see how it's very light showers. You've got a little bit of snow as you head off into northeastern Oregon. This is not going to have much of an impact on your travel if you are traveling northward into Washington or Oregon. Just know that you may be dealing with some wet roadways, but not even that bad because this is nothing all that intense or heavy. That moves out by Thanksgiving Day and it dries out entirely. So good travel conditions for Thanksgiving Day, for the weekend after Thanksgiving, but I'm taking you all the way through right here. Friday, December 1st is what we're looking at. And you'll notice not a drop of rain, not any snowflakes in the forecast anytime soon as we go into early next month. All right, so let's take a look at your wave heights, and they're going to be dropping a little bit here for today, around 6 feet as you head out. But we do have that weak disturbance approaching on Wednesday, so that will allow our wave heights to probably increase for the second half of the day on Tuesday. Your marine forecast, north winds at 5 to 10 knots, waves from the northwest at 9 feet at 12 seconds. And you can see your high tide at 6:29 this morning. And your low tide will be shortly before the noon hour today. There you can see your sunrise was at 7:08 today, and your sunset just shortly before 5 o'clock. Those sunsets, boy, they are getting earlier and earlier, aren't they? Here's your forecast for today, and gorgeous, gorgeous day. Mostly sunny skies for the valley. I think many of us could quite possibly get close to, if not touch that 70-degree mark today. 40s and 50s as you head off into the eastern mountains, so still pretty cool. There's some cooler air that's in place keeping those temperatures cooler. However, you take out to Trinity County, mid-60s there, mid-60s for the inland areas as well, low to mid-60s inland, and then mid-60s, for Trinity County, low to mid-60s. mid 60s inland. And there you can see, of course, those temperatures low 60s for the coast, and looking at some sunshine out there today as well. So here's your 7-day outlook. Again, it's just that Wednesday we got to look out for. There may be some snowflakes mixing with that rain for El Tourist and Susanville, for example. Chain requirements, probably not that much of an issue as you head over Cedar Pass maybe, but on I-5, I wouldn't be too concerned about it at all. But as you start heading out towards, say, Oregon and Washington, just some light showers, maybe some light snow flurries, but again, shouldn't be that much of an issue. Looking at your 7-day outlook for the valley, there's your 7-day outlook and beautiful weather in store for us. Those temperatures on Thanksgiving Day, close to 70 once again, but then temperatures should start to drop as we go into the weekend, but staying dry. And looking at your 7-day outlook for the coast, chance for showers Wednesday, nothing to really cancel any outdoor plans over, quite honestly, and not to mention, really shouldn't be too concerned about that travel. Thanksgiving Day looking absolutely gorgeous and should stay that way as we go into this upcoming weekend.